I definitely want to believe you, but yeah. Okay, so notice that it says choose 6 on the smart board, and then over on the assignment board it says do at least 6. Um, I think most of us, I would be cautious to say all of us, but I think most of us at this point care about our learning and kind of understand the idea behind mastery, right, and that end goal. So when you look through 81 to 92, if you look at a problem, you're like, that's an easy one. Don't do it. Skip it. Okay, I'm encouraging you to start picking and choosing. Oh, I should practice this because I need to practice and develop this skill. I'm still not very good at factoring, right? We just started factoring. You should probably be practicing factoring. Distributive property to solve equations. That might be something you should be factoring. But if it's just like a simple arithmetic question or like order of operations question, and you're pretty good at order of operations, there's like a dozen problems to pick from. Choose at least 6, but make them meaningful. Don't waste your time. Okay? I know it's weird for your teacher to be like, choose whatever you want to choose, because your temptation is going to be choose the easy problems, right? To make your homework easy. I get that. And I can't stop you from doing that. But this is me telling you, if you care about mastery, choose problems that are meaningful to you. Okay? A little real honest, just try to start class like a little heavy or whatever. You're all super quiet, just deadpan staring at me, but like that's so anytime through the rest of the year that we have more than like 5 or 6 problems on the homework, that's probably going to be what I do. So you choose the ones that you want to practice. Riley?
Why would you skip any of them?
Huh?
Why would you even skip them?
Well, you can do all of them if you want, but like some people don't have time. Like I know I have to be at the PTSA meeting tonight. Natalie has to. Some people are busy, but yeah, best practice would be if you can do all of them, do all of them. Now, I did not print the resource pages for you guys because again, I'm trying very hard like not to use paper when we don't have to. So if we could kind of just like structure this on our notes page, this is going to be our equals, right, between Mat A and Mat B. Right, Mat A and Mat B are like our left and our right side. You don't have to write any of that, but if we could please write this stuff, and I definitely need to fix my smart board. So 2x plus 2 parenthesis, 2x plus 1, close parenthesis, plus negative 3x. I'll zoom even more because then I'm going to have to take a minute to fix my screen. You have a negative 3x and a negative 6. And then the right side, 4x plus 3 plus negative 3 plus x plus 8. Now, I've actually kind of been like over teaching, and you guys already know parts of what's in the lesson today. So I just want to let you go and see like how we do with solving it. Now you can see after they do their next step that they tell you was the distributive property, you then can end up down here and they don't tell you how. You don't have to take any specific route. I want to empower you, you with your partner, whoever you're sitting with, or on your own, solve this however you see best to solve this. Now my advice would be start with the distributive property and start with combining like terms, right? We often do that, but I'm going to give you time to just dive in. So your goal, solve for x, right? Go for it. I got to fix my smart board. Gentle. So you really want to make the seating chart for the whole class because I can't trust you guys to do the math problem before you talk about what you want to talk about. The problem. Come on. We're not starting. We don't have anything. Draw the arrows. At a minimum, draw your arrows to start. Keep going. You gotta wait, like, sorry, you don't have to wait for me. I gotta do a bunch of smartboard nonsense. Compare with another group. If you and your partner agree on your answer, check with another group. Layla, order of operations. That's what she's talking about. Yeah, but some people's teachers didn't ever say like PEMDAS. They would just write PEMDAS. Like,
That's all she did. Our teacher would put it right here.
you better believe that I'm using random cards to ask for help. I don't have very much space on the right side right now, and I would like to make more. So I'm going to push my equals to the left.
Mr. Hudson,
Yeah?
can you explain what we're doing to Layla?
We're about to ask your classmates to help with that. Alana, what did you do first? Added the like terms. I like it. We can go ahead and do that. So my 2x and my negative 3x.
We'll make negative 1x. Wait, are we what?
A negative x. Now, remember, there's a lot of right ways to do this. I can't do anything with this yet because it's all kind of stuck together. Like, I can't combine like terms in that yet. I don't have a like term with negative 6 yet. So another thing I could do with this, solve that, right? Do the distribution there. So if I distribute this, guys, always draw those arrows. We get 4x plus 2 plus negative 3x, negative 6. I'm going to try to bring my equals a little bit to the left.
Negative x and 2.
We can now.
Wait, why is negative 3x?
I mean, not a negative x, but negative x.
Oh, sorry, that we already used.
Yeah.
I get candy.
So this is not the process I would have taken. So 1, you're being really ungrateful and demanding right now. 2, I would not have taken this way. But it's right, because you can do whatever you want as long as you don't break the math rules. It's just confusing me because it's not how my brain thinks. So we already did use that negative 3x. We need to rewrite then the negative 6. Luckily, I picked up some space by doing that. 4x combines with x, and we get 5x. Positive 3, negative 3, and 8. So let me do one more step, and then you need to check your paper and see, do you have what you should. If I combine my negative x and my 4x, we get 3x. I combine my 2 and my negative 6, negative 4. That's going to equal.
1. No, -1.
I don't
No,
do
you
anything
don't
over
open
here
this
yet.
Oh, crap.
Because we were still just dealing with the left-hand side.
Okay.
All right. Questions here. Because, guys, seriously, be honest with yourself. If this isn't all comfortable for you right now, we need to fix that, like, right now. Which is okay, because this is still, like, relatively new. Questions?
Probably before we get down the road of, like...
Is that a hand or you stretching?
No, I'm not a hand. I don't
Okay.
get this.
Okay.
How would you get, like, since there's a -4 and the 8, and the 8 is higher than the 4, and you have 5x, and 3x equals 5x. I don't get that, because...
So are you overthinking the how is this equal right now? Stop. We force it,
It's just
right?
pretending.
So don't think about the numbers that we actually have right now. Like, we're following a process, and I know what I'm saying is someone like, wait, my teacher told me not to think. We're following a process and a set of rules, right? We can get out algebra tiles and do this and, like, physically make it work. Remember, x could be negative. X might be a partial number, like a decimal, a fraction, something like that. X can be anything. We are forcing this situation to be equal. And that's, like, with math, we can. We can make it happen. It might not be pretty, and it might not be, like, clean, but we can make it work. So we now start to push things around and do stuff on both sides, right, of what we're allowed to do. Adrian, give me an idea. Like, I got a bunch of stuff I could do here. What would you do at this point?
I would take away 3x from both sides.
Sweet. That is totally an option. Take away 3x from both sides. And it's the smaller of the variable terms. So I like that Adrian picked the smaller one. -4 equal to, sorry, my red line didn't really follow my equals. 2x plus 8. You guys get what I mean? We're splitting the left and the right side. You already have all this written down, right? I'm just checking. You have this written down. Okay. I know some of this, like, if you guys do all of this before we go over it, then you're just sitting there like, okay. But make sure that yours is correct. Double check your math while we talk through all this stuff. Then, Joey? Add a -8. I like how you phrased that. The other way, and as you get comfortable doing this, we could write just -8, but here's where you have to turn on your brain. If I have a -4 and another -8, we get...
Positive?
That would be with multiplication.
Oh.
-4 add another -8, we get -12 equal to 2x.
So then you divide it by 2?
Here's where this is going to make sense to what you were saying. The only way that this situation can be true is if x is worth negative value. Does that make sense to why your brain was like, wait, it was setting off the alert because you were figuring out x couldn't be positive. If x had a positive, your brain was like, this, nope, can't happen. Questions on this process? We're just following the process that we know we're allowed to take. By the way, at this point, the coffee cans are for you to just grab so your group has everything you want. So, like Sophia just did, like, if you realize, like, oh crap, I want, like, just grab a coffee can of supplies. If you decide, yeah, or Layla's just got her table full of highlighters. We're sure there's no questions here. This makes absolute sense. Because, guys, straight up, we're going to have a mini mastery on Friday over this. Even if it's just one, like, your mini mastery Friday might just be a situation like this. That's just one big problem. We need to distribute. We need to combine like terms, which combining like terms is that making zero step, right? So after we distribute, which normally happens first, make those zeros, combine those like terms. Then we push things around to organize, and then we isolate. We do that division. Yeah, like minus 3x. But so combining like terms happens two different ways. On the same side, combining of like terms, or when I get rid of the variable term over here, it joins this variable term here. They don't add together, right, quote unquote, like it's not like I can say 3x plus 5x, but this is putting the terms together. Does that make sense? Because it gets rid of the variable over here, and then I still have the variable over here. It turns into 2x. Any other questions? Good. Riley.
How would you do this with the tile thing that you showed us yesterday?
It would be complicated. So we could do it, but we would lay out 2 positive x's, 2 groups of 2 x's and 1, 3 negative x tiles, 6 negative 1 tiles. Now, if you're asking how would we do it with the splitting up the mat into the group, we wouldn't here. This would not be a situation where we would use that strategy. So, Riley, think of this as like you have a toolbox. When you walk up to this problem, you're selecting which tool works. That tool just doesn't fit here. It's like trying to put a screw in with a hammer. It's not, you might be able to get it in, but it won't be right. Don't try to use a hammer with a screw. It won't work well, and you'll probably hurt yourself.
Wait, really? I feel
A
like
screw needs a screwdriver. A hammer just.
I know I've done that. Because
Maybe I need to teach a class on basic
I couldn't
tools.
find any nails, so I just used a screw.
All right,
Oh,
write
man.
write down 2x plus 4 equals negative 12. Now we are going to get to a point, and your standardized tests even like to do this, where you have to find somebody else's mistake or verify that they didn't make any mistakes. So it's kind of setting up like, hey, if you were to do work with a classmate and they say, hey, did I do this right? So we have what, Aiden's work up here, different Aiden, spelled with an I. We have Aiden's work up here, and we can follow that process, see what they did. Work with your partner. Solve this equation, right? Easier than the last one. But double check that what Aiden did was right. Or if he made a mistake, let's find it and identify it. I gotta try my smartboard again because it's still not centered. Normally only once per class, but at this point, I don't think I'm going to get a new smartboard before the renovation happens. I think they're going to tell me to either make this one last for the 2 years, or we'll switch the family room and this one. But I don't want the family room one because I don't want a projector right here. I like the projector up there. I think so. I've never checked. Has anyone watched the recording and do you see the like dot game thing?
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna ask for help to solve me through and see if Aiden made a mistake or if he's right.
I never make mistakes. That's a lie.
Good thing it's not you.
Joey. That's one.
Hey, we need to talk about your discovery day.
Okay.
At this point, we're pushing you guys to make like the best plans possible.
Yeah, but I have.
By the way, and I may announce this to every class individually, and then I can just go to Mr. Hall's class. If you need a Discovery Day idea, and hopefully we get done with this lesson, I can show you guys a couple of the old videos. Math Counts, the team that just went to competition. Another branch of Math Counts is called the Math Counts Video Challenge, and they have a book full of problems, and some of them are really easy. And all that it is that you make a video that's under 5 minutes, and you like edit it and do all that sort of stuff. You shoot it, edit, like write it, you do the whole thing, and then you submit it to this contest. The winners the top 4 teams get a paid trip to Orlando, Florida to go to the competition, and the winning team, everyone gets $1,000 scholarship towards your college. So if you're at all interested in that, I'll probably hold a little thing at like lunch or something to give more information about that. It's called the Math Counts Video Challenge. I'll show you guys more information at a point. But that could be your discovery day. Okay, that could be, but it's only teams of 4. It's a max teams of 4.
If we join, we get a free trip.
You don't have to join anything. It's just an open challenge that you can do. Like I would submit it for you, but you don't have to join anything. It's just an open thing.
Don't you like really smart?
No, this is totally different than the Math Counts team that goes to compete. Totally different.
You just get a free trip.
Same name, Math Counts, because it's the same organization. Totally different.
A trip for
Oh,
how many people?
Aiden, I'll show you a video at the end of class so you understand what like. All right, Aiden, you're the next card. Contestant on Price Right.
Problem and I get to do it. Okay.
What should we do first? And did this Aiden do it right?
Yes.
He did it right? All right, talk me through it. Why do I do?
You literally said, so if you take away 4 on both sides, you automatically get rid of that 4, which we don't like.
So I'll write for you. You just keep talking.
That equals negative 16, and then he divided it by 2. So if you divide it by 2, you automatically negative 8, and that's if you did nothing wrong there.
So Aiden thinks Aiden did it right. Did we agree or disagree?
There's no way to do it.
Wait, no, but he added. Wait. Oh my gosh, Lila, you're confusing me now.
I didn't do anything.
This,
I'm just sitting here.
this is why we don't like subtraction. If you wrote this instead as plus a negative 4, bad guy, bad guy.
This adding.
Remember back to our good guys, bad guys? Now over here, this makes sense. 4 minus 4. But this makes it complicated. He's right. Aiden's work is good.
Ding!
I know, right? Well, you're so smart.
Thank you, Sophia.
Check this one. I would write down the beginning, and I would not write down the rest of it because we're checking for mistakes. X plus negative 4 plus 6x. Hey, we should not be talking. We should be writing because I doubt you worked ahead. Today doesn't seem like that kind of day.
No, it's
3x minus 1 plus 5. All right, we're checking for mistakes. You can look through the book solution and find if there's any mistakes, and if there's not, you could just copy it. Or you could solve it on your own and see if your answer comes out the same as their answer.
Wait, so his answer is X.
Their answer is x equals 2. That's what they think it is.
Wait, so I'll ask you about after this.
This is also why I didn't want to print the resource pages. I wanted to leave it open to how you guys want to do it.
So you don't have to be smart
I can
to
do
enter
that.
into that.
Layla?
Wait, what's the age limit you can do it? Is it just middle school?
Yeah, it's math counts as a middle school program. Here, I'll freeze my screen and I'll pull up the info right
So
now.
it's a paid trip to Orlando, Florida.
To go to the competition because they fly you there, they put you up in a hotel,
Wait, how long?
Wait, you don't have to win?
No, the top 4 teams get to go. Not just the winning team, the top 4 teams, so 16 kids.
Out of all math counts.
Yeah, but this isn't like a thing you have to join. So in 10, 15 minutes, I will show you guys all this stuff.
So if you join, you automatically go to Orlando, Florida.
No, the top 4 teams. So I will give you the info in a second. Stop asking questions. Solve your equation. I should not have introed that right now.
I need your partner. Not partner in life, but partner in math. Thank you. Okay. So basically, negative 5 plus 5. So that was negative 4. What are you talking about?
None of this is math. So if you take away x,
Anywhere in
if you just take away 1x, don't you have to take away from 6x2 and the x on the very bottom?
Whatever you do, you gotta do on both sides. So when you're asking like, can we, you can do whatever you want as long as you do it on both sides and you do it accurately. I'm doing random cards for help, so I hope we're ready.
I'm right.
Isaac, what would you do first?
Combine
Combine
like terms.
like terms?
You won't bet?
X plus 6x.
X and 6x. Okay, so that gives me 7x. Negative 4 doesn't have anything to combine with over there. Over here, what do I get?
3x minus 6? No, plus negative 6. Minus 6.
What numbers are we working with, Isaac?
1 plus 5.
Not 1.
Yeah.
Ah, if I change this to plus a negative, it's negative 1, positive 5. What's this get us, class? 4. Our right side should be 3x plus 4. Riley, what do I do now?
Minus 3.
Minus 3?
Yeah.
Ah, 3x. So if I take away 3x from both, and make sure you guys have this work shown, please. That's what I'm going to be looking for on your mastery assessments. Nora, now that we have 4x, negative 4, and 4, what are we going to do now? What? I said Nora, not Natalie. Do you know what we're going to do?
Oh.
So we have, let's analyze this. We have variable term, constant term, and constant term. So we want to look at the mixed side and make it not mixed. What should we remove from the left-hand side? Sorry, what? Do we want to get rid of the variable or get rid of the constant? Since the variable's already on the left-hand side, hey guys, the side chatter is really unhelpful. You might be helping your peer, but like that's what I'm trying to do, and you're making this harder. I can't hear Nora, and she can't focus on me probably. So when we look down the middle, right, we're comparing left side, right side. The left side right now has both a variable and a constant. The right side has a constant. So if I get rid of the variable term, it's just going to come over here. If I get rid of the constant term, sweet, I already have a constant over here. It'll join up. So how do I get rid of a negative 4? Anyway, add 4. So then we get 4x equals 8. And then last step, Ethan, what do I do now? Divide by 4. And we get 2. So was their work good? Now, here's the question. This is what it's working towards. If I gave you the work there listed like it is in the book and asked you, in between each of the steps, explain or show what's happening. So essentially what I write in red, right, to kind of activate your brain, could you do that?
Yes.
That's what you need to ask yourself right now. Could I identify what's happening between the steps? Aiden?
How do we know how to divide by 4?
Because we have 4 times x. We want to get rid of that 4, and our end goal is to have 1x.
So whenever we have times x, we divide?
Now, assuming that it's a number times x. Now, if it's a fraction, that gets a little weird. We would multiply by its reciprocal, but we're not there yet. So, to give an example really quickly of what I just said to Aiden, if you had half of x equals 2, how do I turn half into 1? Well, we wouldn't really divide here. We'd rather multiply, right? That's easier math. So we multiply. And that would give me that x is 4. Questions? Try A and B. Try A and B.
No.
2x plus 5.
Wait, wait, A or B?
You're shaking the paper.
You start the
Yeah,
situation
show
as
us.
like
Give
the
me
lever
give
you
me
use
two
to
seconds.
control the balls. So it gives you on this side. Technically, on this side, so it's either like half of this side off, and take half of this side off, and also take this off. So that's what you do in terms of the circuit that calculates your instruction lengths. Is we can do anything we want.
It's your fault for
Like
everything.
what we're trying to figure out is if we set the left
Eva.
what is the x going to be? So we follow this process. And to do that, you would make sure that you would check if plug into has to become true. So we'll do both of these in one shot real quick. So
I don't count the like.
it doesn't take a second. Most people are going to do this negative to this. Because you use the three axis.
I never do that. Then you're not good.
How do I do that?
Let's make
Like when
sure.
we're doing.
So
You're
once you're
talking
at
about me not
now
being
all of a sudden
gay.
when the zero hits, hang on to it. I gotta catch up. If you're done with A, you better have moved on to B.
Oh, that was a very inappropriate. No, like I should have done it. Okay. I'm gonna need you to get on task. X equals 0.
No, I thought one was a positive one and the other one was a negative one. Those put together.
All right, so here's where we start in A.
I don't know.
Now remember, there's a lot of options here. So Skylar, what did you do first?
I combine the like terms.
We combined. All right, tell me how to do that.
So the negative 2x and the 2x had to whatever
I'm
each
gonna
other,
I'm
so
gonna
then they become
highlight.
0.
So negative 2x and 2. Okay, so they disappear.
And the 5 and negative 5 they cancel each other too, so it's just 0 for that side.
Weird. So 0 over here.
When
All right, so keep talking.
Oh, okay. And then I did the negative x plus, not negative x, negative 1 plus negative 1, which is negative 2, and then the plus 2, so that is 0. So then you get 6x. And then what? Wow, that was easy.
This is where I stopped because
Yeah.
So
I
if
was just like.
if now that we joined up and imagine this in your head, we have the red tiles and the blue tiles, right? We had as many red X's as we did blue X's. We had as many red ones as we did blue ones. So everything over here made zeros and we pushed it off. Over here, one red, two blues. Well, they join up and they get pushed off. So we have 6 blue X's left and nothing. If my scale is balanced, what's the value of X?
0.
0.
That's what I got
Which,
right.
if you got to show the work, now don't get confused. Like in math, this often confuses people. We cannot do this.
Nope.
I can't take 6 pizzas and split them to 0 people. That's impossible. Somebody's got them, right? Either Domino's or me, but I can take 0 pizzas and split them to 6 people. This we're allowed to do. People get confused and like 0 divide. You can do that. Nothing divided by. So, hey guys, I ordered us pizza this morning. You all get equal amounts.
Wait, are you dead serious?
No.
Yes, I ordered 0 though. You get an equal amount of 0 pizza.
Oh, thanks. You're so
You,
sweet.
don't be mad at me.
Thank you for letting me.
Now, hold up. B is different. Natalie, what should I do first here?
You gotta do the arrows.
I gotta do the arrows.
Which equals 12 plus 3x.
Be careful.
I'm just so tired.
Plus 3x.
12 plus 3x. X plus 6. Labiba, what should I do next?
I wrote 2 X's. That was very angry.
Oh,
Oh, that's what I did. I did that.
Be honest here, it's his fault.
so my left side still has the 2x, and my right side has the 6.
You need a variable and a constant term. So now you have to get rid of. So this is where I was stuck. Do you have to do like minus 12 now?
No, you have to minus 6.
Ooh, we could do either, right?
Minus 12.
But,
You could do anything.
or you can do whatever. But look for what side is mixed. Constant, variable, constant. This side's mixed.
Variable and a
Get rid of
constant.
something from over there to make it not mixed. Hey, cool.
Shouldn't be in science.
Oh my god.
I was right.
Can we all just get along? What's 6 minus 12?
Negative 6.
Negative 6.
X equals negative 6.
No, how?
No, oh, never mind. I don't know what I'm doing.
What do I do now?
Divide by
Oh, yeah,
Divide by.
equals negative 3. X equals negative 3. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You're not just kidding.
I know, I'm not just kidding.
Done. Shabuya.
Boom, I was right.
You're not just kidding.
Yo, hey, we went from like dead silent chill at the beginning of class to like a zoo full of animals. Look through this process. Double check that it makes sense. We distributed because we had sets of something. We then subtracted an x because it's the smaller variable term. That's just the easier step, not right versus wrong, just easy. We then looked for a mixed side. It was the left side, so we fixed the mixed and got rid of the 12. Then, because we had 2 of the x's, we have to cut that in half to have only 1 of the x's. Questions? Now, I'm probably going to talk about this in forum also, but the Math Counts video challenge.
Wait, do you get $1,000 at your college if you win in Ohio, or if you
No, if you win the thing, like the national thing.
Oh,
So, if you Google Math Counts video challenge, if you want to hear more about it, it's got all the info here. You go to the About, it's got all the info, the Get Started FAQ. So if you go to videos, you can go to winning videos from previous years and see like where the bar is set. You can also go to videos for this year. This was just submitted to, well, not just submitted today. Must just be saying today. But then you rally up people to vote for your video. So we will tell like everyone at Phoenix to go vote for your video.
Does it votes negative
But this,
220?
no, this is one of this year's videos.
Oh, it's gonna be like really good.
So far, do you think you could make something like this?
Yeah.
My phone would have dropped by now.
You all have iPhones. You all have software for video editing. Okay, well I have Samsung too, but. So it has to relate to a math problem that comes from their little booklet. So they then start, like, they set up a situation in the video that can be turned into a math problem, quote unquote, but it's already a math problem for you because in the Math Counts Challenge playbook, you can look up all those different questions. So, these problems are not very hard. Guys, this is just an order of operations problem. Do not think that the math would be too hard. You can totally handle this math, and I can help you do the math. The project is making the video. So if you need a Discovery Day idea, come talk to me about the Math Counts video challenge. We still have time, so I just wanted to make sure I fit that in. Hey, we're not leaving. Notice I just said we still have time, but you're not listening, and that's starting to get more and more frustrating as we get through the years. Look at 75. We're going to set this up before we get out of here. We got 2 minutes left. Oliver's building a train depot for his railroad. The final step, he needs to apply rain gutters around the roof of the rectangular building. So draw a rectangle. He has 52 centimeters total of his rain gutter. The length of the depot is 19 centimeters, and we're asked to find the width that then uses all of the gutter. Now, of course, if we make a width smaller than that, it wouldn't use all of it. But if we're going to use all of the gutter, how do we do that? You and your partner take the next 2 minutes, try to figure that out. See if you can solve the width of the train depot.
Are you back on the guy?
38.
Whoa.
Please make sure when you put your books away, they're put away correctly.
I know how to fix it. Fine, Eva, I won't help you.
Do not lose these notes. We are starting on this problem tomorrow. Okay, we're starting on this problem tomorrow. 52 is the perimeter. That's the amount of gutter he has, right? It's going to go around the outside. That's the amount of gutter he has. All right, pack it up, head out.